Hold up, Thug wanna play some new shit.
Manchester United 3, Sheffield United 0, a tactical analysis. Why Solskjaer has found the perfect starting 11 for his system. In this video I'll be discussing why the changes Solskjaer made from the Tottenham game were the perfect changes to make, and why he has found the perfect starting 11 for this system, whilst also analysing Martial's performance individually at the end. Solskjaer went into this game using his usual 4-2-3-1 with De Gea in goal, Shaw and Wan-Bissaka the fullbacks, Maguire and Lindelof at centre-back, and Pogba and Matic came into the side in the midfield double pivot, with Bruno Fernandes ahead of them, Greenwood starting from the right, Rashford from the left and Martial in the centre-forward spot. Chris Wilder used a conventional 5-3-2 shape, with Simon Moore in goal, Basham, Jagielka and Robinson the three centre-backs, Baldock as the right wing back, Ender Stevens as the left wing back, Norwood playing as the deepest midfielder with Fleck and Lundstrom either side of him, and David McGoldrick and Moussa up front. Before I get into the analysis, remember to check out my tactical analysis video of the Manchester United Tottenham game, as well as some of my other Manchester United based videos which will all be linked in the description below. So from the start of the game it was clear that Pogba was being used in a deeper midfield role alongside Matic. During the build-up phase, one of these two, most likely Matic, would drop deep in front of the two centre-backs in order to collect the ball. The major difference between having Matic in this role rather than Fred or McTominay is that when the Serbian receives the ball in these deep areas, he has a vision and forward passing ability to play the ball into the likes of Pogba, in order to move the play forward rather than falling into the trap of continuously playing sideways passes, as I feel Fred and McTominay do. Pogba's inclusion seemed to be justified almost instantly as he showcased how he can evolve the United attack. This is a clear example as when Pogba is confronted in the centre of the pitch in the United defensive third, he has the ability to glide past John Fleck, moving the ball into the middle third and then being able to find a pass into the final third for Bruno Fernandes, who is between the lines of the opposition's midfield and defence. Sheffield United didn't do enough to stop United being able to move the ball from their defensive third to the final third, as they didn't press the centre-backs high enough from the build-up with the front two sitting off Maguire and Lindelof, but also they did not do a great job of cutting off the passing lanes into the midfield too of Pogba and Matic, which meant that when the ball was able to be fed into Pogba, he was under no pressure and could easily turn and play a forward pass. United got an early goal which came from Rashford's fantastic touch away from Jagielka, his drilled ball across the box and Martial's instinctive finish past Moore. I'll be coming on to why Martial is developing into a top striker later on in the video, so stick around for that. Sheffield United looked most threatening in the early parts of the first half and it came from their right side. Norwood played as a deep line playmaker who had received the ball in a deep position and funneled it out to Sam Baldock, who had a lot of space down the right due to Rashford's high positioning. This was due to Solskjaer's side asserting a high press, which saw the front three sitting in advanced narrow positions, ready to press at Sheffield United back three, and Pogba pushed up alongside Bruno Fernandes to press the midfield, seeing United press in a 4-3-3 shape when Sheffield United had the ball in their defensive third. When Wilder's side were able to play through the press, Pogba would drop back alongside Matic, and United would defend in a 4-2-3-1 shape, moving to a 4-4-2 when Fernandes pushed up alongside Rashford. Another tactical alteration that Solskjaer got completely right was to push the fullbacks higher up the pitch. This was because by doing so the Sheffield United wingbacks would have to drop deeper, forcing them into a flat back five, which gave United space wide of their midfield three. Rashford often dropped deep into these areas on the wing to take advantage of this and was able to play a few through balls in behind the back line for Martial's runs. Martial and Rashford's link-up was reminiscent of Rooney and Ronaldo in 2006-2007, as when transitioning the attack quickly, Rashford's ability to find Martial's well-timed runs was phenomenal, and United should have had a second goal from one of these scenarios when Rashford put Martial through, but was unable to put away the ball across the box. But without doubt it was Matic and Pogba coming into the side that was the catalyst for United's great performance, for two main reasons. Firstly, both Matic and Pogba enabled United to bypass the opposition's press and progress the ball forward. This is a prime example where Matic receives the ball in his own box under pressure but glides past the press and is then able to play a forward ball into a player in behind the Sheffield United midfield. Secondly, both Matic and Pogba have the ability to play incisive passes in order to find players between the lines. This example here showcases this perfectly, as Matic receives the ball in front of the Sheffield United midfield, and rather than just recycling the ball with a simple pass sideways, he's looking for a forward pass and eventually is able to play that pass into Bruno Fernandes, who has moved between the lines, and when he receives the ball he almost finds Martial's well-timed run with a slide rule pass. Martial got United's second after Wan-Bissaka did excellently to get into a crossing position and drew a ball across the box for Martial to finish, but I won't analyse that now, I'll do that later on in the video. So going into the second half, Sander Berg came on to play in Norwood's deep lying midfield position in the Sheffield United midfield three, and Rashford, for a temporary period at least, seemed to swap with Mason Greenwood and move on to the right side of the attack. The pattern of the game didn't change much from the first half. Sheffield United continued to make the same tactical errors, firstly not confronting United high enough up the pitch, allowing them to play through the midfield and not getting onto Matic and Pogba quickly enough to stop them doing this. And secondly, they continued to fall into the trap of allowing the wing-backs to drop too deep, with United's advancing full-backs creating a flat-back five and allowing United to exploit the space wide of the midfield three. United took full advantage of this as they were able to circulate the ball quickly and effectively, not just passing from side to side, but also making penetrative passes which once again came from Pogba and Matic. There's been a lot of debate over Pogba's best position, with many saying it's further up the pitch, in front of a midfield double pivot, to take away his defensive workload. However, in this game, Pogba showcased why he can be a world-class deep-line playmaker as Kroos is at Real Madrid. This is a perfect example as Pogba picks up the ball in a very deep position in the midfield with two lines of the Sheffield United system between him and Bruno Fernandes. However, Pogba is able to play this pass through the lines of the Sheffield United system to find Bruno Fernandes, who's taken up a high position in the half space. Pogba's ability to do this also combined with one of the best features of Bruno Fernandes' game, which is his first time passing, and more specifically his awareness to know where his teammates are around him, and then without hesitation to be able to flick the ball round the corner, which means that United can go from having the ball in the centre of the pitch with Sheffield United's system in front of them to having the ball with Martial in front of the back line on the edge of the box within two passes, which is down to Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. This ultimately led to Martial's hat-trick goal as he was able to feed the ball into Rashford, where a well-timed through ball finds Martial's run before he dinks the ball over the on-rushing keeper. This game has 3 Martial goals that perfectly exhibit why he can become a top-level striker. If we look at the first goal, we can see his anticipation and quick reactions evident, as instead of moving into a position away from the centre-back, Martial keeps fully focused on the ball, and when Rashford is able to get to the byline, Martial has taken up a front post position, anticipating the ball across, and when it arrives, his reactions are much faster than the centre-backs, allowing him to send the ball past Simon Moore and goal. For the second goal, he once again nonchalantly takes up a position slightly away from the defender, but most importantly, he is fully focused on the ball, and when it comes across the box, he displays his ability to position himself correctly in order to sweep the ball first time into the net. The third goal showcased his interplay outside of the box. Rather than playing the ball to Rashford and then being on his heels, he instinctively plays the ball and then makes a run into the space in behind the back line, and Rashford's weight of pass is perfect and Martial's composure is world class, just to dink the ball over the on-rushing keeper. So all 3 of these goals display Martial's best attributes as a striker, which is his anticipation, quick reactions, body positioning, composure and finishing ability, as well as his ball control and weight of pass in the build-up to the third goal. Another player who proves why he should be a starter for Solskjaer is Mason Greenwood. The problem with Daniel James on the right of the attack is that he only really thrives in a counter-attacking system, when he has space ahead to knock the ball past a fullback and run into. However, against a side that sits in a deeper system, he struggles to find the intricacy and vision around the box to create chances for others and for himself. Whilst Greenwood is nowhere near the finished product and still needs to work on his decision making in terms of when to play a quick pass and when to make a specific run, he has phenomenal ability to get shots away in a crowded box. This is a great example when the ball is fed into him and he's surrounded by Sheffield United players. From here, he knows how to shift the ball in order to get into a shooting position, and from this attempt he was unfortunate that it deflected wide. But this is a valuable asset to have as a forward, as just logically, if you're getting more shots away in the box, there's a greater likelihood of you scoring, due to the positions of your shots that you're taking. So overall, I think Solskjaer has found the perfect personnel for this system. Matic and Pogba bring the ability to progress the ball forward into the final third, which is lacking when Fred and McTominay play in the midfield double pivot. Bruno Fernandes, Rashford and Martial are phenomenal together in terms of their interplay, and this is only enhanced when Pogba is behind them, as it allows them to get on the ball more often in the final third. Mason Greenwood has also staked a massive claim for a starting spot, and Solskjaer should continue using a narrower front three, with the fullbacks providing the width in the system. Thank you for watching. If you like that video, remember to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out some of my other videos which will be linked in the description below.
We on the LA Leakers show.
The Los Angeles Leakers.
The baby is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's do what we came to do.
Who shot your homeboy? A nigga with a diaper on. Got on the city, girls beating, got a cipher on.
Yeah.
Your girl said she dickin' with the baby right or wrong. Just gave me head in the rental car while the lights was on. You know me, I be chillin' and coolin'. Know I'm the shit with the music. Since you in love with computers, go look my name up on Google and please don't turn to no groupie. Other niggas be goofy, might as well get some popcorn. We finna make this a movie. Someone laid up with a stallion, letting them haters hate. Eating jumbo shrimp with the steak off of a paper plate. Ballin' on them like Michael Jordan back in '88. Got my dick sucked before my flight, it almost made me late. I'm in a different bracket than rappers, these niggas can't relate. Don't make me get to slapping these rappers, give them a change of face. Made so many racks up for trappers, say I was slanging weight. Put the weed down and start eating, they say I'm gaining weight.